Hello, thank you for checking out my video today. My name is Kevin. You might know me from Reddit as Hello Kevin. You might know me more affectionately as the Goblin Guy, or the guy who's always pushing his No Lords Goblins deck, the guy who never shuts up about playing goblins. Well, I'm here today with a video that I tried making a couple days ago. The quality was terrible, so I took it down, but it hasn't deterred me. I'm back with another attempt at making a great video primer for a budget version of my No Lords Goblins deck. So I decided to brew this deck up because of a couple Reddit posts last week where people who were interested in playing goblins in Modern, they're seeking some help. People told them, you gotta check out the No Lords deck. You gotta play it, it's really fast, it's a lot of fun, has a lot of power in it. But as I read through the comments, I could see that the posters were on a very tight budget. They didn't have the money to spend on guides, spend on fetches and shocks. And so I thought, I need to make a resource for players who want to get into Modern, who want to play goblins, but who are forced to do so on a budget. Alright, let's take a look at the list. I'm going to post the link to this deck and the link to the optimized deck in the description so you know what I'm talking about. You can follow along if you've never seen my list. Let's take a look at, first of all, we'll look at the similarities. There's a lot of things that are the same because not very much of this deck is very expensive. We got the usual cast, we got Foundry Street Denizen, great guy, awesome turn 1 play, very powerful, makes all the other goblins more powerful in his own selfish way. We got Legion Loyalist, a 1-drop with haste. His Battalion effect is great, makes blocking really hard for your opponents. You can sneak in some damage, then bolt a creature, save your own guy. He's got Trample, he's got everything we could want. Mog Fanatic, awesome utility guy, kills mana dorks, kills X1 blockers, kills a lot of things, including your opponent. He's just awesome. We got Bushwhacker, super powerful card, closest thing to a lord we're going to play in the deck. Pumps your whole team, gives them all haste. If they bolt him, it sucks for them because he's just a 1-1 after he enters the battlefield. He's a great guy. We got Mog War Marshal, make some tokens, pump some Foundry Street Denizens. He's a great blocker. You can sack him to Goblin Grenade. We got Dragon Fodders. Usually I play Krenko's command, but Dragon Fodder's like 50 cents cheaper. So, saving money everywhere we can. Just not as great as Mog War Marshal, but you can't play more than 4 of them. Obviously we got Goblin Grenade, probably the most powerful card in the deck besides Bushwhacker. This thing just wins you a ton of games. You can win games on turn 3. You can have reach when your opponents clog up the board. Just the card that makes the deck. The full Goblin synergy is in this deck for Goblin Grenade. We got Lightning Bolt, probably one of the best spells, probably the best spell in Modern. Kills creatures, kills your opponent. 3 damage for 1 mana. It's a steal of a deal. Alright. So now that you know the core of the deck, let's look at a few things that we made different to fit our $50 budget. So the first, most noticeable thing is that we're totally mono red. We got no fetch lands, no shock lands, just a bunch of mountains, cast all our red spells, 1 contested war zone, just a dollar rare, but it acts as Bushwhacker number 5 in an uncounterable land. So with mono red, we're missing Tarka's command. We replaced it with Skullcrack. You just want another burn spell. You can play Forked Bolt if your meta has a lot of small guys that can block. You can play Pillar of Flame if it has stupid Kitchen Finks or Voice of Resurgence or guys that are going to make it tough for you even when they die. If you just want a powerful burn spell, Skullcrack is probably the best you can get. You can also play just Lightning Strike if you need to kill creatures. But I kind of like the utility on Skullcrack. It's not going to hurt us too often that it can't kill a creature. Probably the second most noticeable card that we're going to be missing is Goblin Guide. So in his place we got Raging Goblin. He's just another 1-drop with haste. He pumps up your Foundry Streets on turn 2. Gets around sorcery speed removal for a turn. He's a 1-1, but for 10 cents compared to $20, what are we going to do? We got Goblin Pile Driver in the flex spot. I play Mog War, or I don't play Mog War Marshal here. I play Vexing Devil here. He's $9 a pop, so he can't make it into the budget deck. But Goblin Pile Driver, he's $3. He's super powerful. A lot of people play him over Vexing Devil, even in the optimized deck. If you don't like him, if you still want something else, you can try Mardu Scout. You can even try Signal Pest. You can try any other crazy one drop you want. You know, anything you want. We cut one Dragon Fodder and one Burn Spell, and we snuck in two Intimidator Initiates. Your turn's slower than the optimized deck, and that gives your opponents a little bit more time to clog up the board. So I thought maybe we should put this guy in, fade a couple blockers. He really just makes your opponent cringe when they have to remove this guy so they can block. He sneaks in and out of my sideboard of the optimized deck sometimes, but in the budget deck, he's good enough to make it in the main board. Now the sideboard. Not too much of the sideboard is different. Obviously, we can't have Blood Moons because that's about our whole budget in just one sideboard card. So we got Molten Rain along with Ghost Quarter, give us a little bit of protection from lands that can hurt us. We got a couple burn spells that kill creatures. We got Forked Bolt, Spell Bomb. They can also hit your opponent if they need to. You just want to have a lot of those in your sideboard. We got some other removal spells in Rending Volley. Dismember. Can't be countered is great. Stops Twin, stops a whole bunch of other incidental white and blue creatures. Dismember just kills a lot of big fatties, or makes them small enough for you to swing through. Sting Scourger is awesome. It's a removal spell on a body. Great against the Delve guys when they delve away their whole graveyard. Sometimes you can pay as Echo cost, sometimes you can chump block with them, or just sack him to Goblin Grenade. We got Relic to shrink some Goyfs and to make your opponent's Scavenging Oozes sad. Then we got some Artifact Hate. We got Smash to Smithereens. I usually play Shattering Spree because you can kill more than one, but this one gets in some damage on them, so it's not too terrible. It's going to be really cheap. So that's the list. Thanks for checking my video out. I hope you guys can find the cash, can scrape some change together, build this deck and play it, have a lot of fun, win some 4-round tournaments, win some matches, and get into the format. Check out my videos coming up. I'm going to play some matches, and let's see how the deck runs, even for just $50.